What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the madness, and today we're talking about documentation. Now, it sounds kind of like a boring subject, but you gotta recognize this stuff is super important to us as musicians, as gearheads, and as the inquisitive ones that we are. Why do I bring this up today? Well, recently when I was out on a work trip, they updated the Fractal Audio Guide Blocks Guide, and I want to kind of go over why this is useful, and if you haven't taken a look at it, why it's important for us to just kind of get to know our equipment. This equipment has a very high learning curve in my personal opinion. And for us to really kind of make any progress in kind of doing interesting things, creative new things, and just kind of developing our own sounds, we have to understand this stuff. So over the course of the past year or so, as I've been doing these videos, I've read through the entire Blocks Guide. And I've learned quite a bit along the way. My first videos were pretty bad in some ways. They had all the content, but I wasn't completely confident in everything. So it took me a long time to kind of give you the subject matter as it was. So without further, kind of boring you with my lecture, let's go ahead and take a look at the stuff that I'm talking about. Boom, right here, brand new. Just kidding, this is the old one. I wanted to kind of show you the comparison, right? This is back in November 2021. It was the last time they updated it until this past August. Now, August 22 just got updated. It probably was mentioned on the forums while I was gone, but I didn't get the memo. So there's all sorts of different questions about like what exactly do certain things do. Now they've got the dynamic distortion block, labeled in here. They've got a whole bunch of different things that they didn't have before, kind of given and documented, to the manufacturer's specifications. Now, if you haven't been in here before, of course, you've got a table of contents, and then you've got all of the different blocks in Axe-Fx, So in here, you've got the 10-tap delay, and you've got the filter, you've got all these different things, and then you can just go to them, right? And that's the whole purpose of the Blocks Guide itself. Per se, I want to look at the 10-tap delay more in detail. You come right down here to page 90, and it has the 10-tap delay, and it tells you everything about about this block, what it's capable of. And also, from a previous video that I put out, the tone match block, and you can, it looks like I took a little bit out of here, but basically you go to the tone match manual online, and you can, click allow, and it'll bring you right over to here, and it'll tell you everything about it, literally every single thing. And then if you go ahead and check this out, you've got other documentation available to you as well. This is another great one, and if you're not familiar with it, it's called Yeks Guide. Now, it's called Yeks Guide to the Fractal Audio Amplifier Models. Now, this guy has gone and done a ridiculous amount of research, and a ridiculous amount of work went into this guide, because it tells you what every single modeling amp in here, basically right here, you go into here, and let me drag this up a little bit. Sorry about that, guys. And if you go to the shiver, inside here, there's all these different amps, right? And all of these are inside here. And it's describing the physical amplifier that this thing is modeling, and what are some good parameters to kind of start with each of them. This is an amazing tool for us to get as like a starting ground for each of these amplifiers. Because this guy, obviously he's devoted his time to it. Why would I let his work go to waste, and not, utilize it? So that's what this is for. You could per se, just as an example, I'll come down here. Oh boy, where's the next one? CA3 Plus, Custom Audio Amplifier 3 Plus SE Preamp. Tells you exactly where it is, the synopsis, the tips, the clips. You can click on these and it'll bring you right up to a new thing. What the amp controls are. What preamp it is, and all sorts of history about each one. It's all here. So this is another piece of documentation that's really useful. Now, what about this one? The owner's manual, right? And of course, you can go in here and it tells you everything else about the whole Axe-Fx itself. Now, I know how you are, like some people are. At least I was when I first got the thing. I just wanted to open up the box and just immediately just plug and play, just get myself some tones, get myself grooving. You know what I mean? But when you get past that level, when you're like, oh, I've explored what they've given me, but how about I dive into this thing and see what it can do for me as my own, as my own way of kind of making and breaking new ground on this thing. And this is where the owner's manual, the Yeks guide, and the fractal audio blocks guide really come into play. This is everything you need to know about the thing and more, really, because it gives you the knowledge to tinker on your own, be creative with the thing. So that's where I'm getting at. And this is, maybe a self-explanatory kind of video, but I just want to let you guys know this is how you do it. This is why you do it. This is why you look into this stuff. If you're not into it, that's what I'm here for, right? If you don't want to go and dive into this stuff on your own, that's what I'm here for. I'm here to sit here and educate you because I enjoy doing it. So that's just kind of what I wanted to get through this video. It's not too much. I just got back from my work trip, yesterday. So I'm not able to, put all the time and effort into a full-fledged, tutorial this week, but I will be bringing one up next week. So you can look forward to that. And guess what it'll probably be on? It'll probably be on, let's see, what did I just have in here? The 10 tab, because I like the 10 tab, and I just want to kind of show you guys a couple things with it, So that's what you got to look forward to. So I hope you guys stick around. Either way, I'll catch you all on the flippy floppy, y'all. Ciao.